All right, let's jump right in. We're going to be looking at something, well, something pretty radical today. It's a whole new way of thinking about our food system, a complete redesign from the ground up. It's called the Gardens of Gaia Initiative, and it's basically a blueprint for a future that looks very, very different.
And really, it all kicks off with this one incredible idea, right from their vision statement. Picture this, a forest you can eat. Just think about that for a second. It completely flips the script on what you imagine a garden or a park or even a whole city could be, right?
So, a forest you can eat, what does that actually look like? Let's dig into that vision, because trust me, it's way more than just planting a couple of apple trees here and there. I mean, just look at this. This is where it gets really amazing. They're blending sheer beauty with, practical abundance. Imagine these huge, grand walkways, but they're lined with blueberry bushes and grape trellises you can just pick from. You've got these beautiful waterfalls, but they're actually capturing rainwater and feeding these little channels of mint and watercress. And the canopy over your head, that's not just for shade. It's a living pantry of apple, pear, and cherry trees. It's a paradise that actually produces food for everyone. So you see what they're doing? They're mashing up the grandeur of a royal garden with the super efficient, self-sustaining logic of a forest. And the goal here is brilliant, to design a system where nature itself does like 90% of the work. You just guide it. Now, this all sounds beautiful, almost like a dream, right? But it's not just a fantasy. This whole vision is a very direct, very practical answer to some really big problems we're facing with our food system right now. So let's talk about what exactly those problems are. Okay, so the initiative really zeroes in on four big issues. First up, you've got food insecurity. I mean, millions of people just can't get affordable fresh food. Then there's this weird paradox of urbanization. We have perfectly good, fertile land just sitting empty, while our cities ship in food from thousands of miles away. It's crazy. And of course, there's the environmental cost. We're losing biodiversity, our soil is getting depleted, and maybe the biggest one, we're just feeling more and more disconnected, from nature and from each other. And this really lays it all out, side by side. Our current system, it's all about high costs, long-distance transport, tons of labor, and just so much waste. But Gaia's vision is the total opposite. It's self-sustaining, it's local, it's regenerative, and most importantly, it's driven by the community. It's really about moving from a system that's full of friction and problems to one that just flows. Okay, so the big question is, how on earth do you actually build something like this? Well, let's get into the blueprint. This is the nuts and bolts, the design that makes this whole incredible vision not just a nice idea, but something we can actually do. The whole network is really a two-part system. It's pretty clever. First, you have the big Gaia hubs. Think of these as the motherships. They're the mega compounds, the centers for research, resources, and education. They're the heart of the operation. Then, branching out from them, you have the local hubs, or what they call seed stations. These are way smaller, super low maintenance, and designed to be dropped right into neighborhoods that need them most, giving people 24/7 access to fresh food. And every single one of these gardens, big or small, is built on 5 core principles. It's got to be regenerative, so it pretty much takes care of itself by mimicking nature. It has to be modular, so you can build them quickly and easily. It's totally inclusive, open to the public. It's animal-friendly, so bees and chickens are partners, not products. And this is key. It has to be beautiful and functional. It's designed to lift your spirits while it fills your belly. And here's the real genius part, the thing that makes this whole idea scalable. The core innovation isn't some crazy high-tech gadget. It's simple, cheap, modular container crates. That's it. This is what lets them build these things fast, at a low cost, and makes them super resilient. It takes this huge grand vision and grounds it in something incredibly practical and doable. All right, so we've got the vision, we've got the blueprint, but how does something this huge actually get off the ground? I mean, really. This is where the strategy comes in, and honestly, this is where it gets really, really clever. Because you're probably thinking what I was thinking, right? How do you fund a project this massive? This has got to cost billions. It needs a giant staff, government contracts, the whole 9 yards. Where do you even start? And the answer is, you don't. You just don't. You change the rules of the game completely. This is not about asking for money. It's about building power in a totally different way. They call it the zero cash ask method, and it's built on 2 simple ideas. First, you build what they call motion. This is just getting tons of people to go online and register their support. It creates this huge wave of public will, which, turns into real political power.
The second part is building inventory. This is where people and businesses pledge actual stuff, land, seeds, skills. But here's the kicker. It's all commitment-free, no strings attached.
And they've got a clear 1-year game plan for this. Step 1, just focus on getting that public support, building that motion. Step 2, log all the pledges for the inventory. And only after they've built up this huge base of collective will do they go to step 3, using that power to negotiate with authorities for land. And notice this, breaking ground is the very last step. They don't lift a single shovel until the political will is already there.
So you see, the strategy is about so much more than just building gardens. The real goal here is to prove a whole new model, to show that collective human action is powerful enough to build huge, amazing projects, completely bypassing the usual corporate interests and funding roadblocks.
So, how does this all go from a cool idea on a slide to a real thing? Well, according to the people behind it, that part, it starts right now. And it starts with all of us.
They're kicking things off with a super focused 12-month push. That's it, 1 year. The goal is to get that critical mass of public motion and to get that inventory of resources locked in. It's a clear deadline, a real sprint to make this happen.
And just to be clear, when they talk about resources, they're not talking about cash. It's about tangible things. Do you have a small plot of land not being used, some extra seeds, building materials? Maybe you're a builder or an engineer or a farmer. Even just knowing what grows well in your neighborhood, that knowledge is a valuable resource that you can pledge.
And here's something that is absolutely crucial for building trust. Every single pledge, every transaction, every bit of food harvested, it's all going to be visible on a public, transparent ledger. This isn't happening behind closed doors. That kind of openness is designed to turn doubt into action, because anyone, anywhere, can see the progress for themselves.
And I want to leave you with this thought from the project's founder, which I think just perfectly sums up the whole spirit of this thing. The earth gives without condition. These gardens are that remembrance made real. It's such a powerful idea, isn't it? That this isn't about inventing some crazy new thing. It's about remembering a wiser, more balanced way of living, and then actually building it, making it real for all of us.